The second I stepped on stage, you began to judge me. It's okay, we all do it. You notice that I'm a woman. My accent is American. My skin is not Caucasian, I'm Pakistani. And my headscarf tells you that I'm Muslim. Depending on who you are, my name seemed familiar or hard to pronounce. I'm a Muslim American brown hijabi woman on a stage that trends towards white males. If you are a female, you might be glad I'm up here. If you are Black, brown, or Asian, you might be glad one of us is up here. Now come with me to a different auditorium, a dark movie theater, kind of like this with a way bigger screen behind me and the smell of popcorn. Are you there? In a row in front of you is a 4-year-old brown girl with long brown hair and questionable bangs and band-aids on her knees. And she's in a movie theater for the first time. And she's watching The Goonies. And she's enthralled. I love The Goonies. I probably watched it like 5 times that year. I can see the screen flicker and flash. But I didn't see me in it. I doubt I knew the question I was sort of wondering. Where are the brown girls like me? I didn't see me in it. But I did see Data, that little Chinese American inventor kid. And in facets of him, I saw myself. Fast forward 10 years, I'm a very geeky, glasses-wearing, mustache-having 14-year-old girl with 0 cool factor, watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air after school. In hindsight, it didn't answer the question I wasn't really asking yet. Where are the Muslim teenagers like me? But Tatiana Ali was a Black teenager with a Muslim-sounding name, and she sparkled on screen. A minority teenager, and I could relate to that. When I was 25, I saw something really dazzling. Mindy Kaling as Kelly Kapoor on The Office, a writer and an actress. Now, 25 years is a long time to wait to see a South Asian American woman on screen. And Mindy Kaling is neither Muslim or Pakistani, but she glittered, and I was all in. I finally saw a Muslim Pakistani on TV when I was 35. Kumail Nanjiani in Silicon Valley. And then he wrote The Big Sick, a runaway indie film hit. The show Rami, a network show about an Arab American kid in Jersey, won a Golden Globe and a Peabody. And there was a glint and a flicker of something new. Okay, not exactly me, but I claimed it. I'm Nyla Hazratjee, and I am a filmmaker. My film production company focuses on Muslim female voices and stories. When I was a child in the 80s and 90s, there was almost 0 representation of Muslim females on or off screen in Hollywood or on TV. So I looked to those diamonds in the rough for motivation, and I uncovered a new kind of diamond, the diamond of diversity. Do you know what scintillating is? It's when you shine a single beam of light through a diamond and it refracts in all directions. And like a diamond, the first-generation minority diaspora of America is multifaceted. And I believe all first-generation minorities create this amazing, metamorphic diamond of diversity, both unique and multifaceted and singular in their shared experience. So what if, when one minority shines the light of storytelling in the media, it twinkles and radiates and touches all minorities? Well, that is what I did as a young storyteller. I held tightly to this diamond of diversity, something tangible I could hold and see and consider in my mind. If they can do it, we can do it. If we can do it, I can do it. Sounds like a stretch? You're right, it was Grandmaster Yogi stretching for a young Pakistani American kid, but it had to be done. Don't believe me? Well, here are some stats. I was shocked to find that while Muslims make up roughly 25% of the global population, research shows that Muslims appear as less than 2% of speaking characters in films in the largest 4 Western markets. And within those few roles, Muslim women are vastly outnumbered by men. In another study, 93% of films did not feature a single speaking role for a Muslim woman. And less than 1% of speaking characters in TV shows were Muslim women. Well, Maybe you don't need a bunch of diamonds, just a few really great VVS ones. Quality over quantity. Unfortunately not. The few Muslim women we do see are pigeonholed as victims, exotic, subservient, unemployed, passive, silent, or depicted as threats. They were shown wearing a hijab, sadly, to symbolize oppression. Muslim women are often portrayed as foreigners, refugees, or migrants, rather than integral members of Western society. But it's not just for Muslim women. The rise in minority populations in America has led to an increased documented surveillance of all minorities, tighter social norms, and more rigid racial categorization by the majority group. The current attack on DEI in arts and media emphasizes the need for this diamond of diversity even more. Recent studies have shown that our government has significantly cut funding for organizations prioritizing diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI. The othering is real. But diamonds are formed under extreme pressure and then forced to the surface by deep-rooted eruptions, releasing them into the world. Now, this idea of group or collective consciousness has been around for as long as we have had human diversity. The same phenomenon in America is studied as an interracial group solidarity, where members of one minority group believe that their fate is tied to the well-being of other minority groups. In my lifetime, we have documented the effective and positive change this can have in political participation, rights activism, and basically everything that's happening today. The diamond of diversity works, and right now, it really might be a girl's best friend. Fast forward to me now. Less bangs, less mustache, about the same amount of Band-Aids. I look for mentors like me in behind-the-camera Hollywood roles, but examples of Pakistani-American Muslim female filmmakers in the industry are few. Less than 1% of writers, directors, and producers in Hollywood are Muslim, and a smaller percentage of those are women. Still, diamonds in the rough. But you know what I do. Yep, I draw my inspiration from that diamond of diversity. I look to other successful minority women in the industry, like Shonda Rhimes, Chloe Zhao, Lena Khan, and people like Iman Zawari and Hassan Minhaj, and I say to myself, if they can do it, we can do it. If we can do it, I can do it. And I get a little glimmer of inspiration to keep me going. A storyteller is a kind of jeweler, always and subconsciously drawing inspiration from the different gems at her disposal, finding in them a special source of light through each unique prism. As a filmmaker in 2026, I see glints of color and radiance. I have to look hard sometimes for a diamond like mine, but many of those beautiful jewels that I do see have a similar crystalline structure, and they are enough like me to feel empowered. So if we keep beaming out little streams of light through our own multifaceted diamond of diversity, we can continue to create change. Now, I tell my stories too. And sometimes after a film premiere or a talk or an event, there are women who tell me, we didn't know Muslim women were doing this. We didn't know we could do this. It's both heartbreaking and inspiring, and for a moment, I am back in a dark auditorium, watching the Goonies through uneven bangs. I urge you to see things differently. Do you have a story too unique to share? An idea you don't think the majority will care about? Maybe you don't have a bunch of exactly like you role models. I invite you to look through a different lens, the diamond of diversity. Now, what do you see? Now, who can be your inspirations and who can you inspire? Someone like you, someone like me, someone like us. Write that story, pursue making that movie, share your art. Don't think too much about how small you are, or if the story is too particular or too solitary, or if people will relate. I assure you they will. I promise you it's needed. When we shine light and share stories through our personal and unique experiences, we create reflections and dispersions, and it creates something incredible. It dazzles and sparkles, lustrous, dancing, shining, shimmering. We are all diamonds of diversity, and the facets, and the light sources, and each reflection creates change and causes a radiant nebula of scintillation. Together, then, we create a bright, brilliant, beautiful pièce de résistance. And today, now, that is scintillating. Thank you.